There's this crazy guy training for Valencia Marathon, running silly amounts of miles a week. And another one. So this week has the potential to be my biggest ever week of running, and we're going to be running, or I'm going to be running, I'm the one doing the bloody running, 173 to 178 kilometers, which in miles is about 110 miles. So yeah, it's a big one. Today I've got 2 easy sessions. Tuesday I've got my marathon session. Wednesday 2 easy sessions. Thursday a track session. Friday 2 easy sessions. Saturday a marathon specific long run, 40 kilometers. And on Sunday I've got a rest day. So yeah, I'll quickly talk you through these, my current training at the moment, and on each run this week I'm going to take the camera out with me to sort of document how the run's feeling, the purpose of each run, my pacing, what shoes I'm wearing, what kit I'm wearing, all that sort of stuff in a full week of marathon training for the Valencia Marathon, which, yeah, what will be, hopefully, if all goes well, touch wood, my biggest week of training ever. Anyway, today's Monday, and what I like to do is just make sure I focused on the run that's next. I don't worry about the session that's at the end of the week. I just focus on today's run, how I'm feeling. So yesterday, I did a long run in Southend, which is 35 kilometers. So I know today that there's probably going to be quite a lot of fatigue in the legs from that run, and I probably need to take it sensible. So this morning's run is 18 to 20 kilometers at an easy pace. So my easy pace is around 4:30 to 4:50 per kilometer. Coach's notes today are nice and easy. And then this evening, I've got another easy run, which is 8 to 10 kilometers. And after the session, I've got to do 4 by 15 seconds with 90 seconds standing recovery, fast controlled strides, but not as fast as last time, it says here in the coach's notes, because that's how I injured myself. Tuesday, I've got 2 by 10K, which is my marathon session of the week, where I'll be trying to hit my target marathon pace. Wednesday is exactly the same as Monday. Thursday, I've got a track session, which looks really good, 12 by 1 kilometer, a 4 to 5 kilometer warm up, 12 times 1k, which we're focusing on LT2, which is my anaerobic threshold. If you've got no idea what that means, go and watch the first video and you should get a little bit more of an understanding. My anaerobic threshold is around 308 to 312 per kilometer. At least one session every week will now be faster than marathon pace. So that's cool, good to know, and it's off 60 seconds recovery. Looking forward to that. I'll do that down on the track. Friday is exactly the same as today, 2 easy runs, 18 and 10 in the afternoon. And then Saturday is my big run of the week. The long run is 40 kilometers. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I'll try to explain it quickly. So the first 10 kilometers, I've got to run at 4:20 pace. Then the 10 kilometers after that, 4:10. The 10 kilometers, then from kilometer 21 to 27, I'm running at 4 minutes per kilometer. From 28 to 30, 3:50. From 31 to 38 is target marathon pace. And then it finishes with a kilometer back at roughly steady pace, 4:20 per kilometer. So it says here in the coach's notes, this session is all about fatiguing the legs before running the marathon pace kilometers. Make sure to eat some gels or drink mix during the session. Good luck, my man. So yeah, there's a typical Sunday long run from Victor. Start off at a steady pace, progress up to that marathon pace for at around 31 kilometers, and then a little bit of a cool down. So yeah, if I complete all those workouts, which I hope to do, training's going really well at the moment, I'll have run 173 to 178 kilometers of the week, nearly 180k this week. So yeah, I'm at a really exciting point in my training where everything is clicking. I'm not carrying fatigue too much into the next days. I'm going to the osteopath once a week, which is really helping keep my body in tune. And yeah, things have not been going this well since April 2024, which was like 28 weeks ago, something like that. So yeah, it's safe to say I'm really excited about training. It's not difficult at the moment to get out there and get it done. This morning I've got 18 to 20k on the block. I wouldn't be surprised if I get 20k done, but we'll just see how I'm feeling. And yeah, going to document a full week of marathon training for Valencia. Hope you enjoy it. As always, if you've got any questions, drop them down in the comments and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, I'll be using this guy a lot this week, the Insta360 Go 3S. This is the camera I use in races, by the way. It's really good. I'll leave a link down below if you want to check that out. But yeah, time to get some coffee in and head out for the first run of the week. Ah, yeah, bastard. Oh yes, look at that. So welcome to the first run of the week. I was going to wait until there was a quiet bit on my run to do some filming, but I thought no, this is an accurate representation of my current running routes. I share the route with lorries, cars, everyone on their way to work in the morning. We moved to a new place recently. Unfortunately, the running routes are not quite as favourable as they used to be where we used to live, but anyway, make the most of it. I'll get used to running along the A12. It's not quite Moyben Road in Kenya, but same sort of rolling terrain. I've never done any sessions down here, but for easy runs from the house, it's become quite a staple in my training. So yeah, 18 to 20k this morning. Gonna keep the pace nice and easy because I've got a marathon session tomorrow. And yeah, to be honest, the legs feel a little bit tired. Not too bad considering I ran 35k yesterday. Ticking along nicely at around 4:49 per kilometre. So I'm just about at the 10k point, which is the turnaround. But a couple of fun facts about today's run. This house here is, well, was my grandparents' house. My granddad passed away this year, or last year, sorry, and I got a tattoo for him on my left calf. So I used to live there, and just up here is the church where my parents got married. So I'll quickly show you the church that probably means the most to my family. It's a beautiful church. Sometimes we go to Christmas service there, midnight mass. We're not really a religious family, even though we do come from more of a Christian background. But yeah, this is the church that my parents got married in. And you know what? I'm going to go quickly say hello to Grandad while I'm here. Why not? Here he is, Dennis Frederick Oakey. Good to see you, Grandad. Righty ho, it is Tuesday, which means I'm down here at Chelmsford AC, which is my club, for track nights. Unfortunately, the session I've got though is definitely not designed to be on the track. I'm doing 2 by 10k at marathon pace. I don't really want to think about it in terms of how many laps that is. Far too many. I was meant to do it on the road, but unfortunately I was busy today. Didn't get the chance to do it in the daylight, so it's either treadmill or track, and I've opted for the track. So the reason I wanted to make this week's video is to sort of document a full week of training that goes into hopefully a decent result in Valencia. I think often I just show the races, the good workouts, but I thought this week I'd share a bit of everything. Not necessarily looking forward to tonight's session, I can't lie, but we're going to get it done. We're going to hit the paces, marathon pace, 3:25 to 3:30 per kilometre. Going to go home, maybe even have a bath, and go again tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know how much I'll film, but I'm going to get it done. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, set number 1. See you on the other side. Oh, there we go. Big session banked. I don't know what my splits are yet. I'll let you know when I get in the car, but 2 by 10k on the track, 21 kilometers, 52.5 laps. If that doesn't scream psychotic, I don't know what is, but yeah, averaged 3:25 per kilometer with the 1k float. So yeah, that's about a marathon pace. So just got to double that in 5.5 weeks time. So it is now Wednesday and we're back on the A12 for an easy double day. Yesterday's session though went really well. Very happy with how that went. Mentally it was tough doing it on the track, but as I said, I just ran out of time yesterday to do it. On the roads where I live is all countryside, so if you miss the daylight you're screwed when it comes to those longer sessions. You can just about do easy runs, but running at 3:25 pace on the country roads in the dark is, yeah, not for me. So I went on the track. The pace is set by a coach with 3:25 and I averaged 3:22, so to be honest a little bit quick, but when I started the session that's just literally what marathon pace felt like in terms of effort. Probably the best that sort of pace has felt in a long time. Very, very comfortable aerobically, and today we've got 18 kilometers in the morning, nice and easy, and then 8 to 10, nice and easy again in the afternoon. I just stopped by at my old house because a parcel had arrived from Coros. This is the Pace Pro. I knew exactly what this was when I got a message saying it was going to be delivered to the wrong address. So anyone from Coros, that was my old address. So yeah, this is the new Pace Pro. I've been using the Pace 3 for the last year. But basically this new watch that's just come out is like a more premium version of the Pace, which is the watch that I use. It's got a new sort of AMOLED display. There's a few other features. 66% faster than the previous model, so it's a really fast processor. Extended battery life, multi-channel optical heart rate and SpO2 sensors. And I'll use it for the rest of the week and let you know how I get on. This is the most satisfying thing about getting a new watch. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Right, let's have a quick little look then. Whoops. So time for run number 5 of the week. It's only Wednesday and we're already on run number 5, but yeah, I've just got 8 to 10 kilometers. Try out the new watch. Very nice new display, which lights up really well in the light. Every time I turn the watch towards the camera, it goes off because it's on that special setting where it only shows up when you look at it. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 8 to 10 kilometers, probably 8 to be honest with you. I'm still feeling a little bit tired. And then tomorrow I've got 12 by a K on the track again. So yeah, keep things sensible. So the reality of tonight's run, it's pitch black. I live in a village, so I'm just going to be doing laps of a new housing estate and a few laps of my house. Pretty boring stuff, but it's one of those runs that needs to be done. 8 to 10k, it's not going to take me long, so just get out the door, put on a good podcast and yeah, get it done. So today is Thursday and it is my second track session of the week. Tuesday's session was meant to be on the road, but I ran out of daylight, so tonight I'm down at the track for a 12 by 1,000 meter repeats session. So I've got a 4 to 5k warm up with 2 times 200 meters strides, followed by 3 to 4 times 60 meter strides. And then the actual workout tonight is 12 by a K, and I've got to hit paces between 3:08 and 3:12 per kilometer. I say I've got to, that's what my coach has set me for this week, and then I have 60 seconds standing recovery. Coach's notes here says, a classic 1,000 meter intervals. I want at least one session every week where we work on paces clearly faster than your predicted marathon pace. So that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. 12 by a K, it's a super easy session. I'm going to take the lactate monitor down with me as well to check it's more of an anaerobic threshold focus. So I should see numbers at the end of my session of around 3.5 to 4 millimoles of blood lactate. And yeah, we'll see. It should be good conditions tonight. It's nice and cool. In terms of kit, I'm also going to be wearing some Mirror Nude, the super lightweight carbon racing shoes from the Chinese brand. I think they weigh about 105 grams, something like that. Ridiculous in my size. And of course, I will be wearing Soar from head to toe, which are the sponsors of this series, building into Valencia, the marathon training series. So tonight I've got one of their most used pieces of kit for me, which are their sort of technical tees. Very, very good for training. Very lightweight, breathable. If you do sweat, it's quickly wicked away from the skin. I've also got some Soar trousers on at the moment. Not that this camera angle does it any justice. Let me go a bit wider. Yeah, I've got these really nice running trousers. They've got aerated holes in the side, nice pocket, really nice detailing there. It's nice to wear them down to the track to then strip down into my shorts, and I'll be ready to go for tonight's session. And as the weather gets a little bit colder, it's nice to have a few layers. So yeah, I'm gonna head down to the track now, 12 by a K, and then I'll be back home for dinner. see where we're at tonight. 3, 2, 1, 3.0. Bosh. Spot on. So I just got back from the track. Look at this beautiful dinner that Meg's cooked tonight. Tuna pasta bake, looks very good. And I've also got a protein shake on the go, but let me quickly go through the session. So it went pretty well, had a bit of a pace range tonight, so anything from 308 to 312, and I'm pretty sure all of my reps were in there. A few quick ones by myself on the track, but let me have a little look at the watch. So it says efficiency 119%, which is very good, and the training focus was VO2 max, aerobic improving and anaerobic also improving. So look at those beautiful splits on there, nice and even, and average heart rate was 154 for a max of 177. So yeah, nice and controlled tonight. Focused on that lactate threshold 2, and I hit 3 millimole, which is pretty good. Anything under 4 was ideal. Let me go down to my laps and go through them to see how consistent I was. So first rep 311, then 306, then 307, then 306, then 308, 309, 308, 309, 309, 309, 307, 308, and they were pretty much all to feel. I didn't really look at my watch too much at all, hence why there's a little bit of variation. But yeah, good session banked. On to another easy day tomorrow before the long run this weekend. So good morning. Today is Saturday. I actually took a rest day yesterday. I visited the osteopath in the morning. And yeah, my body was pretty tired, so I took a rest day. It was meant to be on Sunday. But I actually wanted to do my long run on Sunday so I can link it up with some friends. So yeah, it's now Saturday. I've got 2 runs today. I've got an 18 to 20k this morning and an 8 to 10k this evening. But before I go out on my run, look what arrived at the house yesterday. This is the Cloud light spray, Cloud Boom light spray, carbon racing shoe with this awesome upper that basically is sprayed on by a machine, like 3D printed around the sort of contours of a foot. So very excited to try that out. I'm not sure when I will. I've got 40 kilometers to do on Sunday, and yeah, about 28 kilometers today. So a lot of running in the next few days. Would I wear these for my 40k long run? I think that would be a bit brave to just take those out, and it probably would ruin them, to be honest. I want to save them for a race or something like that coming up. I'll do a few sessions in them before I race in them, but I think taking them out of the box for a 40k run probably isn't too sensible. But yeah, pretty basic day today of training. Just easy running, 18 to 20k this morning, and then 8 to 10k this afternoon with a few strides. And I've got to try and fit them in before going to Meg's mum's 60th birthday party, which is at about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So it's going to be a quick turnaround between the doubles, but it's now 8:30, so I'll get out early and get this first one done, and then yeah, try and get the next one done later. But oh, need to grab a key. I will see you out on the run. Don't you just hate it when you accidentally end your 20k run at the coffee shop? All I wanted to do was run home, but my watch beeped 20k, so I had to stop there and get a coffee and a carrot cake. But hey, never mind. Here we go again. Another run. Me again. I tell you what, trying to film every single run I do this week is bloody exhausting, so I hope it makes for a good video. Probably be quite boring, but anyway, you're watching this far, so you must be entertained. Yeah, just 8 to 10 kilometers this evening before the 60th birthday celebrations for Meg's mum. I'm dressing up as a pickle for the rest of the day, and that's all the context I'm going to give you. But yeah, 8 to 10 this afternoon, and then 40k tomorrow, so just take it nice and easy. Got a few strides at the end of this one, and then rest up for tomorrow. And another one. So just got down to the loop, ready for the long run. You may notice my hands are a little bit green, and so is my face, because yeah, last night I was dressed up as a pickle, which was interesting. But yeah, big one today. Hopefully it goes well. Practice the fueling. I've got some Mortons. I'm going to leave them on the car. Probably take 3 or 4 over the course of this run, like I would in a marathon. Probably a caffeine gel about halfway through. Bottle of electrolytes. Special Philly Bowden edition. Thanks, Philly. Well, I brought it with my own dollar, but had to support Love the Grind. Look at that. Beautiful. And yeah, I've got Luke and Joe joining me for a section of it. And then when they bugger off, whack on the shocks. Get it done. Last night's part. Joined with Luke this morning. How you feeling, mate?
I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah. He's only doing, is it an hour today?
An hour, yeah.
I say only. He's training for a 600 and 300 metre race in about 4 weeks' time. So he's got a bit of indoor season. Somehow we managed to link up for a few miles on a Sunday. And then hopefully I've got Joe joining me a little bit later. But yeah, nearly at the 10k mark. No. Did you get what he said?
No.
Blah, 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 blah.
Away they had to go.
Bosh bosh. Good morning, mate. You alright? Good to see you. So you're joining me for the rest of the 30k I got left, yeah?
Easy.
So there we go. 40 big ones. Let's have a little look on the watch. 40.01k, 2 hours, 39 minutes of running, average 4 minutes per kilometre, training load 306. There we go. Felt really good today, even when it came to the marathon pace stuff. After 30k of steady running, it's never easy to then run marathon pace on tired legs, but yeah, managed it pretty well today, and I finished the workout not completely exhausted, which I thought I might be. So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty chuffed with that. Just going to have a quick protein shake straight away after my long run, kickstart the recovery, and then when I get home I'll quickly talk you through the week. But yeah, that's my biggest week that I've ever managed to put together, so yeah, very excited about that. 175 kilometers, which was a huge week for me. I typically would sit around 150, 160 kilometers is sort of my more normal. So I just wanted to put that out there, that this week was peak training week for me. I think I'll hold this volume for maybe 2 weeks before tapering down into Valencia. As always, all my training goes up on Strava if you want to go check out the nitty gritty. And yeah, the sessions both went really well on the track this week, which isn't always the case. Sometimes they don't go so well, I can't hit my paces, and yeah, they can be a little bit disheartening, but this week they went pretty well. But I just wanted to include that in the video. It's not always smashing the sessions. And the long run today went really well. It was really good to have company with Luke and Joe. Big thanks to them. I wore the Adidas Pro 4, which I've been using for all my training runs. Was kindly gifted this pair by ProDirect. When I say training, all my training runs, I mean my longer runs. I've done some interval sessions, nearly 100 kilometers in them so far. And the main difference between the Pro 3 and the Pro 4 is the midsole feels a little bit softer. It's definitely a little bit more responsive, a bit more poppy underfoot, and the upper is completely different, a lot more comfortable than the Pro 3. So yeah, all in all, I would describe this as a really smooth, comfortable, marathon-focused shoe. I think people are going to love it when it comes out in January. And yeah, like I said, I've done 100 kilometers in it now, so I'm absolutely loving it. If anyone from Adidas wants to send me another pair for Valencia Marathon, then I certainly wouldn't say no. But I think if I don't do too much more training in it, it probably would be all right for race day. I think super shoes start to decrease in sort of efficiency after about 150 kilometers. And next week, I will also put the On Cloud Light Spray to the test as well. A bit concerned about this upper, about how it will grip the top of my foot. But yeah, I need to try it out and let you know what I think. The watch also was a great addition to this week's training. It's always nice to try a new piece of kit. So this was the Pace Pro, and yeah, noticeably a lot brighter, especially for those evening runs at the moment. and it's just a little bit faster. When using the watch, the interface is a little bit more enjoyable. I will say it is a little bit larger than my Pace 3 that I typically would use. As you can see, the actual watch face, so it did take a little bit of getting used to for my little wrists, but other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed it so far. But yeah, that wraps up today's video. Big thanks to Saw for sponsoring the video series. Hopefully this week you got to see all of their kit in action. I basically featured it all this week, so yeah, big thanks to Saw for continuing to support my channel and everything that I do. It's much appreciated. So there we go, 175k for 1 week. That's a big one. If you got this far in the video, please consider subscribing to the channel if you're new. Drop a like, share it with your running buddies. There's this crazy guy training for Valencia Marathon, running silly amounts of miles a week. They may want to watch it, they may not. But yeah, I appreciate you sticking around to this point in the video as well. But without further ado, aspire to run to inspire others, and I'll see you again with another training video next week, hopefully in those sexy shoes behind me.